Father, for leading them from January 15 up to 16. And our Father, we ask you to work this year, let it be a better year than we had in 15. Then our Father, give us the strength, the courage, and the know-how to run the city business. Then our Father, let you do further love and protection on each and every one that's here, that's every home that's represented here. Dear Lord, we ask you to go through this meeting today. Let it be successful in the way that you would have it to go. And our Father, you keep us in your care. Give us other blessings and thank you in our Son Jesus' name. For Christ's sake. Amen.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Before the next video.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Roll call, Madam Clerk. Councilman Jody Edwards.
Here.
Councilman Levine. Here. Councilman Wood.
Here.
Councilman
Here.
This is recording.
Here.
So
Next item. Councilman Jody.
You know what?
Councilman Warren.
I make a motion to adopt the agenda as printed.
Then moving to proper second that we will adopt the agenda as printed. Roll call. Councilman Edwards.
Aye.
Councilman Levine.
Aye.
Councilman Wood.
Aye.
Councilman Warren.
Aye.
Mayor Watkins. Aye. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Adoption of the January 5th minutes.
Mayor Watkins,
Councilman Woods.
I move that we adopt January 5th minutes.
Second motion.
Been moved and properly second that we will adopt the minutes from January the 5th. Roll call.
Councilman Edwards.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Wood.
Aye.
Councilman Warren.
Aye.
Mayor Watkins.
Aye. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Reading of petitions, appeals, applications, complaints, communications, presentations, and recommendations.
Good evening. I have some information. I talked to, I went to the county today and I talked to Mr. Jackson and I inquired about the equipment we had asked for. And I told him we had done a resolution, but nothing has come up. So he's gonna check the list that we gave him. And he's gonna check with the work release program and see if there's anything available, and if there's anything available, Brighton would get it. The roads would be started on during the spring of the year. We did, Ms. Bean and Mr. Murray and I, we went to the meeting for the grant class, and he stated that quite sure we're gonna get the grant, and they would do the senior building from top to bottom. Gonna renovate it from top to bottom. And that was good news. I talked to Mr. Baylor. I met him at one of the mayor's meetings, and he came out and talked with Ms. Bean and I, and he talked about getting a storm shelter for us. So today he said he got that information for us for getting the storm shelter, and he'll be out tomorrow to talk about getting some funding to get the shelter. And that was a good thing. I sent some letters to the VFA on last week, asking for volunteers and some help getting some things done in the city. Reverend Moody called and he has $100 for us. He got that check waiting to give us, and he's going to be working with some of young men. They'll be having a meeting in 2 weeks at his church, and they're going to come together. He said some of them got pretty good talent. They can do certain things, and he'll be meeting with them. And as soon as he gets that meeting set up, he will get back in touch with me and to let us know what they are willing to do to help us in our efforts. So pretty good things has happened today. We talked with Mr. Stokes. He came in, he's willing to help us do some things here in the city of Brighton, and he's going to work toward getting us a 501c to help us maintain some funds in the city of Brighton. So far as I know, when I see this many people coming in, I know, I've gotten phone calls and it's all about the garbage. That has been taken care of. Your garbage will be picked up this week. So if you're concerned about your garbage will be picked up this week. It has been taken care of. Now, next item. Madam Clerk.
Old and new business.
I see, we have a package, in your envelope, a statement in your envelope. And I'm just asking you to read over it and we can talk about that at another time. It has my signature on the bottom of it that's going to the state. Yes, you can look over that. See, it would be this. I asked y'all to put that and get that with me. Madam Clerk.
Approval of accrual on vacation and sick leave.
We have, heard from our attorney about, vacation and sick leave, and, she explained to us what we need to do. Council Edwards, you may be, left out a little bit because you were late coming in, but I assure you, what she had told us, if you look at your package on, proposal C, and I guess Ms. B can, well, you kind of,
She brought
oh, you brought it, okay. So that's where we are now, approval of this. Yes, Councilman B.
I would offer a motion that we would, approve proposal C coming from our attorney concerning our vacation and sick leave.
Mayor Wilson, I would like to second that motion pending that we kept the days at 10.
Okay. Okay. It's been moved and properly second that we, approve the accrual of vacation and sick leave with the capping off of 10 days. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Edwards.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Woods.
Aye.
Councilman Warren.
Aye.
Mayor Watson.
Aye. The next item, Madam Clerk.
An ordinance declaring the 1989 fire truck bid number ending in 2867 surplus property and authorization to dispose of same as required by state law.
Chief Carrillo had talked to Ms. Bean about, disposing of that, old fire truck that's just sitting out there. And, this is what we need to do. Vote to put it in surplus. Bean?
We do have an ordinance that we have on this proposal, so I ask that we would approve the ordinance to, make this fire truck surplus property.
I second the motion.
Moved in proper second to, use the, information that we have and put it in surplus to dispose of by state law. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Edwards.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Woods.
Aye.
Councilman Warren.
Aye.
Mayor Watson.
Aye. Next item.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 094-09, 094-09, rules and regulations for the operation of charitable bingo in Brighton, establishing zoning guidelines for the location of charitable bingo and the minimum number of bingo games per location, establishing that a charitable
Heard that, item 3 for that ordinance, and, I'm sure each one of us have read that ordinance, and know what the ordinance says, you know, you have to have, one machines, pay for them whether they have them in their, business or not. And it have to be a charitable from the city of Brighton. Can I have a motion?
Before we do that, can we table this for one meeting? I just, Ms. Williams called me about it today, but there is one thing I wanna check on, I didn't have an opportunity to do that today, so before we vote on it, I just wanna make sure I check, so that when we do it, we're doing it right, and
Okay,
we don't have to come back and do it.
okay.
You're welcome.
Woods?
I move that we table item 3. I second the motion.
Okay, so moving properly second that we table item 3, till the attorney has a chance to look over it and, okay it. Roll call.
Council Nevers, Council Green,
Aye.
Council Woods,
Aye.
Council Warren,
Aye.
Mayor Watson.
Alright. Next item,
Report of standing committees.
council.
Before we go into the, report of standing commissions, to ask that, you allow Mr. Junior to speak.
Okay.
Before we go into,
Councilman, everyone, my name is Reginald Jeter. Thanks for allowing me to come in tonight. I'm a candidate for Circuit Court Judge, place 25 in the Bessemer Cutoff, which includes the Brighton area. So I just wanted to come to the board, council meeting tonight to introduce myself and ask for your prayers, your supports, and your votes on March 1st, 2016. Presently an attorney for Nationwide Insurance Company and previously served as a partner at the law firm of Haskell, Slaughter, Young, and Rediker. And so now I'm seeking to serve you as your next Circuit Court Judge of the Bessemer Cutoff. This is a seat that's currently held by the Honorable Eugene Barrett, who's announced that he's retiring, so it is an open seat now. So again, just ask for your votes, your prayers, and your support on March 1st. Jeter for Judge. Thank you.
I would say also that he's a member of Shaw. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Hey, Walker, the only thing I heard was that, brochure that you got about the, manhole covers that we were missing out in the city. You have to, copy that and showing the price and all, and you got to get in touch with, so we can think on that, talk about it a little later on, before we decide what we're gonna do.
Okay. Council Evans, you got yours? You got yours? This is what you got?
Yes.
Okay, anybody else? Next,
Mayor Rocky.
yeah,
I would just I'd like to make just a general statement of, Alabama Power has been doing some work or did some work in the city, putting down new poles and everything. And, the other night, there was it was like a power surge that went through where the lights go out. And, it's been doing it for a while since they put the new pole in. But the other night when the television went off and, it didn't come back on. So, and it has not been on since, so I called Alabama Power. They told me at first that nothing had gone off that night, and I was telling them yes, because every clock in the house is blinking. So, they in turn, today looked, and he said it's like 1,100 people on that one line. And then he did see where there were like 11 people had called in about an outage. So they're gonna get out in the area and check. I did see them out checking, but there is something going on with those lights out in this, in the city, because they continually go off. It's not raining, it's not storming, they just blink off. So, that is a problem, but we will be checking back in, because I'm not gonna continue to buy a television, and they have not fixed the problem, because it can happen again. So, that, we will be checking back with them, but I would like that everyone, whoever's having problems, same problems, to let me know, so we can get everything again.
Okay.
Mayor Watkins, I would just like to, thank Councilman, Warren for, checking on the, covers for the manholes, because, you know, they are a hazard to our city and our citizens. I also would just like to say that, we, just thank God for everybody being here tonight. It's a blessing to see everyone. Just like to say Happy New Year to everyone that I haven't seen. And I would like to also reiterate that our problem with our trash and our garbage being picked up has been solved. And it has been taken care of.
Okay. That's it from my expression.
Expression from the public.
Okay, I called Western Mass.
Michelle,
myself today.
stand up.
And the issue was not resolved. So, I would like to know exactly when are they supposed to pick up our trash? Because it's very disgusting. Not only does it cause rats, fecal matter, and diseases within the spoiled waste in the garbage, it's disgusting in the city because we already don't have street sweepers or anybody cleaning our neighborhoods. So I would like to know exactly when has it been resolved and when will they pick up the trash?
I believe I stated that in the beginning
I believe you stated it's been taken care of, but not when.
today.
So when I go home, the trash should be picked up.
I didn't say your
Okay,
trash
I
would
wanna
be
know
picked.
when the trash will be picked up.
As I said, on the regular day, if your trash is being picked up on Thursday, it would be picked up on Thursday. If it been picked up on Friday, it would be picked up on Friday.
Okay, and every Friday after that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was told that they had been out here today. They were out here today. Okay.
You stated that the problem been taken care of, but I'm pretty sure these people out here in this audience would love to hear an apology, just an apology, because it's not our fault. We pay our bill. It's somebody's fault up there who dropped the ball. So we would love to hear somebody up there apologize for causing us to go through what we're going through tonight. Normally, you know, and I know that you all don't never have these many people in here. So it's very important to the citizens out here that you all apologize. So we would love to hear somebody apologize. Somebody got to be big up there and apologize. Let's be big and apologize.
On behalf of the mayor and the city council, I apologize for the inconvenience
Mhm.
that has caused the citizens. But the problem has been taken care of, and we pray that this doesn't come to a situation like this in the future. But we do believe that everything has been taken care of, that we won't have this situation. Well, again, I apologize to all of our citizens for the inconvenience that this may have caused you this past week.
And I'm glad you took the proper steps in apologizing to these citizens out here, because it shouldn't have took place. It shouldn't have took place.
Thank you. You have my apologies.
Okay, so, let's just, still talking about the garbage issue, but also the issue of accountability. It's something I've felt strongly about, for a long time, as long as I've been involved in government. And so we've heard each of the committee reports from each of the members of the council and the mayor. And my concern, as always, is the lack of qualitative and quantitative information that citizens can actually hold you accountable for coming out of those reports. That's a concern. It's easy to sit here and follow the protocol, and appear to be in touch with what your obligation or responsibility is as an elected official. But when we walk around this city, when we drive around the city, it's evident that there's a disconnect. And let me talk about some accountability here.
You don't have 3 minutes. now.
Okay, but let me finish. So I have a set of questions. So we got an apology. Thank you. But okay, so my question is, whose responsibility was it to secure the payment to the waste company management broker, and that actually resulted in the suspension of our services? That's my first question. And then, how severely delinquent was the account that the vendor found it necessary to stop the service? Because in my communication with this same vendor, I understand that many municipalities have difficulty paying those services month to month. But at minimum, it's 3 months before that service can be suspended. Now, Mayor Watkins, when I spoke with you about this issue, about the waste management issue, because I wanted to approach it from really being amicable and having a positive outcome, because I knew people wanted to have their trash removed. What you said to me in our telephone conversation was that the reason that payment was not secured is because Councilwoman Woods, who is the chair of the city's council's finance committee and the required signatory on city checks, was unavailable because she had a hair appointment. When Councilwoman Woods became aware that that statement was made, and I posted it on my social media, as I do with all of my public relations information, Councilwoman, well, I won't even attempt to quote what she said, I'll just read what she said. Councilwoman Woods said, "To whom it concerns, my personal appointments has nothing to do with our bills at City Hall not being paid. The city is set up to meet their obligations with or without any counselor. Ms. Williams and Counselor Bean could have signed that check. I wasn't contacted to sign that check. I asked that no one put my name in unconfirmed information. The devil is a liar and a deceiver. God has my back, and no weapons performed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rise up against me shall be condemned." Now, I'm not sure if I'm the devil or you're the devil in this, but somebody is, because that's the way that Councilwoman Woods directed her comments. So the blame shifted from a hair appointment to the devil to Counselor Bean and Ms. Williams not signing the check. I want to know who was responsible. Also, when I spoke to you, Councilman Edwards, you said that it was a contractual issue, which I took to mean a whole lot of things. It could either mean that you knew the answer and you didn't want to share it with me, or you were clueless. But either way, I was not impressed by your answer that it was a contractual issue. Obviously, the city's in a contract with a company, with a third-party vendor that's responsible for providing the service. That didn't happen. That's clearly a contractual issue. I understand that. I understand what the word contractual means, and I understand what the word issue means. I can use it in a sentence. For instance, the failure to deliver on your obligation to the citizens of this community as a city council, which is first and foremost to pay our bills, is a contractual issue. That's the way that word is used, and that's what it means. I'm not impressed by it. So what I want to know is, what was the contractual issue? Why wasn't the check signed? Who was responsible for signing the check? Because the blame was shifted, and it wasn't shifted toward him, the man who made the apology. So the three parties that were mentioned, the elected officials I'm talking about, I'm not concerned, because I don't run City Hall, I'm not concerned about what an appointed person's responsibility is. But whose responsibility was it from this city council or from the mayor's office to sign this check? That's my final question. Would you like me to stand or sit?
Good. You can stand, you can sit, and like I said, and I'll say,
Somebody's guilty. Who guilty?
so what?
Who guilty?
It is not a thing of who's guilty. Since I'm the mayor, and I'm not ashamed of what I say one time, I'll definitely say it again.
You ain't guilty.
I'll take the responsibility. Since I'm mayor and it falls in my hand, I'll be the one that's, hey, it's on me. It's on me.
How delinquent was the account?
I think you said you talked to, Allied.
Ally, of course, could never reveal that information to me because I'm
Well, I
not.
won't reveal it either.
Well, it's the public's right to know. They pay.
Right now, I won't reveal it.
Hold on, Mr. McMullen. How delinquent are you on your trash bill to the city?
I pay mine every month.
He just revealed what the balance of his account is. So why can't the city have that same moral compass and reveal that same information? I'm concerned as to how you don't feel it's the obligation of this council to make clear why the service was discontinued. So is it safe to assume that the account was more than 3 months delinquent? Is it safe to assume?
Well, I mean, you can assume what you want.
I think there's.
Wait a minute, one second. Can I do something first? We can't have a debate back and forth. That's not how this works. Excuse me, one second.
Excuse me too.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I'm
from,
sitting here too. I'm
okay,
sitting here
that's
too.
fine,
And
but-
you do need to know
but-
answers.
but that's okay. But what I'm saying is, from the city attorney, we can't have a debate going back and forth. That's first. Second, we have a question. The question's been asked. If the council is gonna answer, but the back and forth, I mean,
Thank you.
I'm just saying, we just
Thank you,
can't.
Attorney Gill.
we
No, I
can't- we
understand.
can't
You're
do that.
exactly right. You're
And,
exactly right.
and so, the repeating of everything, that's just gonna have us here all night. So whatever we're gonna do, you've asked the questions, they've been posed to the, council. I'm sure that the questions that you've asked are representative of what just about everyone else has already had to ask. So I'm sure the question won't come up again. So whatever the council is gonna do, if that's gonna be, now, if it's gonna be in writing to the citizens later, or whatever that's gonna be, I just don't want the back and forth. It can't look like that we're having debates here back and forth. And there's protocol, so everybody can't be talking at one time. Whoever is the person who's the speaker, that's just how the rules of the council meeting go.
Mayor Watkins, I would ask that you just answer. I mean,
Mayor Walker, I would like
I
to
think
respond.
I can't.
Because since this, I'm chair.
all I'm saying is that there's nothing here, nothing to hide, so let's just answer to the best of our ability, that, what we know, that's.
I can't answer, cause I can give you an answer.
The only thing that, let me just say this then, what I was told is that, I think it's December payment and half of another payment that was due. That's what I was told. Now, anything about the 3 months, I don't know nothing about that. But they told me, it was December and a partial payment that was due. And, let me tell you how that works. It was behind before we got in, okay? So, what we have to do is take the regular monthly payment, and we are obligated to pay on the old amount. So we have to add to it. And if you all know, the small cities, they don't have money at the end of the year. And so therefore, our amount that we had to add to, we didn't have it. You do pay your monthly bills on the trash pickup. But there is like another $5,000 that we have to add to that.
Just out of the city's funds.
Right, out of the city's fund. So that's where the problem came in. I mean, we just need to be, just tell it. I mean, that's just it, so that's where we are on it. But it's supposed to be taken care of. We're back to that agreement. We still have to pay that back payment every month with your money. With the money you pay, we still have to pay that $5. So it's like, maybe $22,000 still a month that we have to pay. And that's as far as I know, that's all I can give you.
Okay, Mayor Watkins, can I speak? I would like to, say this about, what Mayor Watkins said about my hair appointment. I was out here Wednesday and signed checks Wednesday evening. I stayed out here over an hour and signed what Ms. Williams asked me to sign. Okay, on Thursday, I didn't get a call from anyone out here at the city, no more than Ms. Bean. But that was for another meeting. That was not to sign a check. When I came out here this morning to check and see what the problem was, I had talked to the mayor, and the mayor told me that they didn't pick the check up. Because I wanted to know what was going on. because I got some calls myself. So when I came this morning, Miss Williams already had the check signed and the mail was walking out. So I don't know where all this is coming on that I hadn't signed checks when I was out here Wednesday evening signing checks. See, I know what I do, and I don't try to put anything before my responsibility. So if a check needed to be signed, I have been in school and Miss Williams called me. I come to Brighton, sign the check, go back to school. So I don't know what all this about my her appointment is about because I was out here Wednesday signing checks. And anything that needed to be signed was signed then.
Okay, she said that, and let me say this, when I talked to, Council Evans, we talked on Thursday, and we talked about, the bill need to be paid, and I called the clerk, and she said she had a check, and my understanding, and like I said, I take responsibility, because I misunderstood what she said. She said, I have the check, we can pay the bill, but I'm assuming that she hadn't paid it because she was waiting on Ms. Woods to sign the check. And that's my misquote, my misunderstanding. So I'm sorry, Ms. Woods.
That's okay.
I'm sorry,
that's
but
fine. That's
and the meeting that we were in Thursday, it was brought up that you had a hair appointment. So I'm assuming, and that it don't pay you to assume, you need to know. And I'm sorry about that. So next time I will be in the know before I put my foot in my mouth. But that was the thing. And I don't mind apologizing for something I do. I'm old enough and I'm grown enough to say, if I'm wrong, and I apologize for it. And I was wrong. It was a misunderstanding. And I'm so sorry about the misunderstanding. Because like Ms. Bean said, if we had known the check was there, she said, I would have took it over there. She said that to me when she called me. She said, if I knew what the check was, I would take it over there. But I didn't know the check was already in office because I could have taken over here and took it over there myself. But I did not know the check was already there. And I'm assuming we were going to take care of the check this morning, which when I got in and she told me the check, she had it for the mailman, but she forgot to mail it. So I got the check and I took it over there and I talked to management and it's settled.
Well, Madam Walker,
But
mistakes happen. You know, none of us are perfect, and things happen. But I would just like to say that everyone knows that when we came into office, our money was limited, and I think we have done a good job with paying our bills, getting the taxes put on the back burner that we don't have to try to pay them. We are doing all we can to keep our city afloat. And we put in a lot of time working, trying to figure out and make right decisions for the city. Anybody can make a mistake. I know, when I heard someone call me and told me that was on your page. I'm like this. I don't keep, I just think we need to try to get along. If whoever running for mayor, don't try to get the position, trying to tear somebody else down. That's all I ask, that we come together and try to show understanding in this city. Because what you put out is what you get. And I think we have done a good job trying to do things for this city when we really didn't have the money. Basically, we operate on a household budget, and this is a city. We're doing the best that we can do.
I have no further questions.
Mr. Tony.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
What we want to do in the city of Brighton, we want the city to grow. We want the city to expand. And the only way we're going to do that is to work together. Together we stand, and that's how it's going to be. I have helped most of everybody up there to get where they are. And I want the city to grow. That's what y'all promised me. That y'all were going to help build the city back up. And this is what we need in Brighton, to be a Brighton. Together we stand, divided we apart. And we need to work together. Everybody, not one, but everybody in here need to work together to help Brighton grow and be a nice place for tourism. I've been in Brighton a long time. And I've been in Brighton almost longer than anybody in here. And I want to see my children stay right here in Brighton. Well, how can they stay in Brighton when everybody doing everything in Brighton? Let's settle down and work together, work in unity and in peace, and see how good things will be. It just messed up how things going in Brighton. I see a sign down there y'all put down there a long time ago. What happened then? We don't want that to go back. We want our children and grandchildren to be proud of what happened in Brighton. And I thank God that all my children grown. But I want my grandchildren to be proud of what we got. Is that right, Miss Williams? Is that right, Lord?
That's right, you're right.
Ms. Jones.
You are so right.
I'd just like to say, thank you for answering the question exactly. That's all the sisters like to know, what is really going on. It's not a matter to be controversial about it, but we do need to know what's going on, and that just solved a lot of, I felt better about it, because I finally knew that. I knew we were having money problems for a long, long time ago, but thank you for at least putting it out there so we can see it.
Yeah.
And I have two other issues I'd like to speak to. Number one is about the street sign on the superhighway that's been leaning over right there when you come down Rose Avenue. I mean, that's a major right way. And there was another sign that was down a long time ago. My husband and another young man got together, took their own concrete and put the sign back up. But when you're trying to have mail delivered and package delivered, to me that is a major thing. I get questions all the time. I have a lot of deliveries because I don't get around. And my other question I'd like to bring up too is that I am handicapped. Now tonight I had 3 gentlemen help up the stairs, so I will be bringing that issue forward. I'd just like to tell you, I cannot get up those stairs there. But I would like to come back. I've had hip replacement and a knee replacement since I've been coming to counseling now. So that is going to be a very important major issue to me, and I am telling you up front, I cannot get up those stairs.
Ms. Jones,
I know the building, I know the situation.
I've been at the county today talking, and this building was supposed to have been condemned some time ago. Asbestos, and they told us not to nail a building. But we have been having council meetings downstairs for those who were not able to.
And I'll tell you what I will do. I may not be here all the time. I will get a calendar from the office downstairs. So when I'm going to come, if we'll be polite enough with you, I will inform you. And otherwise, you can meet up here if there's no one else. But I would like to attend. I plan to get involved. This is where I live. My home is here. And I do care about the city that I live in. And I will be actively involved. But I'm just bringing it up front. I'm not making a lot of big deal about it. And I would like to attend again, but I cannot do those stairs. Like I said, I had 3 gentlemen help up tonight because I was determined to be here because I wanted to know what was going on too. When you see rodents running around in your community and everything, and we put out everything to keep rodents and everything away because we do have empty homes sometime in the neighborhood too. And we try to keep, debris and everything else also. But I just like to bring that to your attention, not to be a smarty pants, but I'm just speaking to the issue, so I will get it, and I will call you and say, you're going to have to meet downstairs tonight because I'm coming.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jones.
Okay.
And I appreciate that. We have a problem. I get out on the road myself. I cut grass. I pick up paper. I do all of this myself. I clean City Hall myself. I do this on my own because we don't have the money. And people come out and they complain. But what do you, and I said it one time and I say it again. And what do you want to see happen in Brighton? Are you willing to get out there and pick up paper? You say your city, you love it. Are you willing to get out there and pick up any paper? We had a day at the community center last year. I had a list asking for volunteers to help clean up the city. We fed all day long. I got 32 names on the list. The next Saturday, how many people showed up? None. They ate all they could eat, drank all they could drink, had a good time, went home, forgot about the city of Brighton. But then as soon as something happened, we get a house full of folks. Want to know what we are doing. But what are you doing? It's not just our city, it's your city too. You belong here just like I do.
Okay.
And I know Mr. Jones, what he do on
And
his
my
street.
next door neighbor too. I mean, they clean.
I know
from
what happened
City
on- I
Highway
know what
down
happened
to
down
Street
the
all
road.
around there. We do.
And I appreciate Mr. Jones.
And Mr. Dawson.
Mr. Dawson.
You want me to answer?
But I know.
You're asking me.
I ride around this city. I see it. I walk around this city. And I don't see anybody volunteering to pick up any paper. I just sent letters to the churches, the BFA, last Tuesday. I got a call from Reverend Moody. And he's willing. He said he's going to get me some support and he's going to help me to clean up this city. And I want to know, is anybody else in here concerned about the city enough to help us clean up? Mr. Tomley, I didn't see your hand, but we're going to get ready to go because my daughter at home sick and I got to go to the drugstore and get some pharmacy and get some medicine.
If it's okay, I would like to say, I would just like to ask everybody here, since we can have so many people here tonight, you know, I too go out and pick up paper. And it's so disgusting and it's so discerning when you go out and pick it up and the next day it's right there. If you see someone throw out paper, get their tag number, call and give it to the police. You know, help the city. Not only help pick it up, but please help police this city. Because we need our help. People just come through our city, they dump, and they throw out paper. And we just can't keep it picked up fast enough.
Yeah, I have a question. I have helped picked up paper. I have sit up there at the center while the people, because my foot was broke. I sit up there. My thing is, they get everybody's street but my street. I live on West Street. Nobody never came on my street and picked up paper. We pick it up on my street. There's a lot next to me that possum and rats and raccoons come out. I have sit out there on the porch and watched them come across from this lit house on the side of my car, go into that field. I have had both care to cut down that lot and the trees go back. So I'm trying to figure out and help clean everybody else's street up. When they gonna come to my street?
I have the same problem you have. I live across the street. I got 3 lots from me that I have same thing, same problem. Coons, snakes, you name it. Come to my house because I'm close to the creek. So anything you got, I got to dump. And I have to do the same thing you do.
Mayor Watkins, I think all of us are just frustrated because we all want to see Brighton do better.
Yeah.
And I feel the frustrations. It is. But you know what? If we can't make this a city, then we're gonna have to go someplace. Because you've got to be able to be a city. You've got to be able to pick up your trash, service your neighborhoods like you need to service them. If not, you can't do it, you just can't do it. I mean, there are a lot of options you're gonna have to look at. And that's just being honest. We've done that. We've all been out there trying to clean up, but it's not. It's gonna take a bigger somebody than us just picking up paper. it's gonna take something bigger than that. So we're gonna to think on a big scale, cause it's too overgrown now. Just picking up a piece of paper is not gonna matter. And all these people that lives out of town with all this property, they don't care. So we're gonna I think we all just frustrated. I am too, but we have got to realize that we either gonna be a city or we're not, and that's what we are at this point. If we can't do it, we're gonna have to think something else. And I'm just sorry. I wish it was something I could do.